Hello everybody, it's been a long time, but I'm back and I'm excited to be here. My name is Natalie, if you didn't know, and I'm really excited today to start a very long-term series that will be trying to find the best makeup products of a specific type that are at the drugstore and that they're cruelty-free. And I want to figure out what's the best value, who has the best shade range, who has the highest quality, and all that type of good stuff. And I've been seeing a lot of foundation sticks coming out lately, and I figured that it was a manageable number of products for me to test out. And I figured foundation sticks are sort of a newer product, at least to hit the drugstore, and you guys would want to know, like I did, what's your best bet, so you don't have to go buy all 8, and there are 9 on the market. Talk about the 9th later. But anyway, so how I did this, I did my best to test these in a very scientific approach. I used the same primers every time, and I filmed myself wearing each of them beginning and the end of the day so I could figure out how I thought they looked later. And I now have these ranked from number 8 to number 1. And I'm gonna try and go through this quickly, guys, and if it's not fast enough for you, I'm gonna have a time code in the description box below of when I hit the top 2, because they're very different finishes, so I think it's valuable to see both of those. But yeah, click the time code below if you don't want to see the other 6, and if you are here for the entire ranking, then let's jump into it. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with number 8, which is the Lottie London All About That Base Foundation Stick. It is listed as a matte and full coverage foundation, and it costs $8.99. It broke up on my skin as soon as I was putting it on, and I was blending. Oh, I forgot to mention, I used this EcoTools brush that I will link below with all my foundation sticks. It worked really well. Awesome recommendation by Emily Noel. And I was blending, and it was just breaking up, especially in my temples. And there's only 10 shades, which is another reason why this doesn't last. And this is really probably the only one that I wouldn't recommend at all. I don't think it's gonna work for many people. Yeah, okay, on to the next one. 7th place is the Flower Beauty Pore Perfect Instant Blur Stick. It is $14, and it is listed as medium coverage, and I thought it seemed like it had a demi-matte appearance. This includes a pore filling primer on one side, which is part of the reason why I didn't like it so much, because $14 and half of this is a primer that you don't even know if you're gonna like. Because actually, I didn't mind the foundation so much, but it was just such a bad deal for the amount of product. This foundation stick also only has 10 shades, which is tied for the least inclusive range with the Lottie London foundation stick. And in today's age, 10 shades is just not even close enough. Even though you're at the drugstore and you're cruelty-free, not good enough. You can do better. Alright, now we've got in 6th place the NYX Mineral Foundation Stick. This is sold for $10, and it is said to have a buildable coverage, and to me it looked demi-matte. There are only 14 shades, and it ended up being the 2nd highest in cost, behind the Flower Beauty one, when I priced it out per gram. And it just, the matte finish wore off, and I also think that this foundation stick is getting phased out, which so why would you spend the time trying to go buy it if it's gonna be discontinued, yeah? So that's why this one got in 6th place. By the way, guys, all of the shades that I wore that matched me the best, I'm gonna go ahead and include them below. Okay, Number 5, Colourpop No Filter Sticks. Now, this name annoys me because it is only one stick. Why is it called foundation sticks? Just right off the bat. But that had no effect on my choice and putting it in 5th place. This sells for $10 and it is medium coverage with a natural finish. The Colourpop foundation stick definitely wins in terms of inclusiveness with a whopping 30 shades in this foundation stick, which I loved. But unfortunately for me, as somebody with normal to dry skin, it just sort of started to bunch up and look crunchy on my face, especially in between my brows by the end of the day. So that's why this one got taken out. But if you have oily skin, try and check it out, you know. And now in 4th place, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Stick, which costs a whole $5.99, guys. This is the most affordable foundation stick. I was really excited to see this get released. It has the 2nd most shades, so it's the most affordable and is the 2nd most shades, so those both excite me. It's supposed to have a semi-matte finish, and to me it looked like it had medium coverage. I saw that the matte effect wore off a little bit on me during the day, which is why this is where it is. And if you want to see if foundation sticks in general are a type of product you'd like to try, I would definitely recommend this one, because it's only $5.99. There's a huge number of shades, and it's a matte foundation that worked for someone with normal to dry skin, so it should have a decent, should be a decent product for most people to try. On 3rd place, I have the Ulta Beauty Moisturizing Foundation Stick, which is $14. It has medium coverage and a natural finish. I liked this one a lot. One of my main issues with it, though, was that the shade names just don't make sense. I have this in the shade light to medium cool, and I always, I guess here's exception number 1, where light neutral, maybe a light warm foundation. And so light to medium cool just like super threw me off. I bought the wrong foundation 2 times before getting the correct shade because of how wonky their shade names are. So that's why this one is where it's at. And I liked how it wore. It's not the most it's not the most shades, it's not the least shades, it's not the most affordable, it's not the least expensive. That's the same thing. It's not the most affordable, it's not the most expensive. So that's why it's in 3rd place, but also a good option if this is something that's more accessible for you and you like a natural finish. All right, drum roll please. We're in the top 2. So in 2nd place, and in 1st place for natural / dewy finishes, I have the Revolution Beauty Fast Base Stick Foundation, which costs $9. It is listed as having a dewy finish, and to me it appeared to be very full coverage. I really liked how it wore, best out of all the natural and dewy foundations. And I think that the full coverage aspect comes from it being very, very emollient. It just is incredibly easy to apply. Sometimes these can be foundation sticks can be a little stiff. And this one, just not at all. It's like butter. Side bonus, I like the packaging on this one. A lot of these come in all black packaging. This was the most, feminine, looks like somebody put a lot of effort into the design of, so extra little bonus. All right, and in the number 1 position, the foundation stick I am wearing today, we have the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is their foundation stick that costs $9.99. This foundation stick had one of the highest number of shades, which is awesome, especially coming from Milani because their shades can be a little funky sometimes, so yay Milani, doing better. This foundation stick is supposed to have a natural matte finish and to be full coverage. I would argue the full coverage side for sure. I would say it's definitely medium coverage and buildable. Again, this is what I'm wearing today. And I feel like it stays pretty well, and it definitely has a natural finish, which I appreciate because it's nice to not, I mean, I'm wearing like crazy full face makeup right now, obviously, but in my everyday life, I don't want to look like I'm wearing 3 pounds of makeup, and this will definitely do it. Will definitely give you a nice natural look. And then just a little side note in here, I'm also wearing the Milani Conceal and Perfect, their new concealer today. I like it. It's not my favorite. Just throwing that out there in case anybody was watching this and wondering. Very creamy though, which is nice. I did mention that there are 9 foundation sticks out that are cruelty-free drugstore right now. The 9th one is by Black Radiance, which is a brand that, well, they are geared more towards African American women, and obviously I'm not that, and their shade range kind of stops at the medium level, so I couldn't try any of them out. But if that is a shade range that works for you, check it out. Let me know. Tell me how good it is. I wouldn't be surprised if their shade range picks up where a lot of these foundation sticks drop off, which is a shame, but I'm glad that Black Radiance is there to pick up the slack. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'm really hoping that you guys are excited to see more videos like this. Please comment below if you can think of any sort of product that you're hoping to see. Anyways, I appreciate you spending your time here and for watching this video. If you liked it and want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. I'm always here talking about cruelty-free makeup and how to find the best deal on it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. A lot of these are decent. With the Lottie London, all about that base. Can you silence your phone, please?